I want to invite you on a journey, a very exciting journey, a journey to prosperity, to wealth, to a lifestyle where you can enjoy income without working for it, passive income that will exceed the income you experienced during your working years. It's an exciting journey, and I'm going to take you on it and show you exactly how it can become very much a reality. Before I do, though, I want to tell you a little story. It goes back hundreds of years to the Empire of China, a period of time when the empire was under siege by the enemy hordes. They were literally at the wall, going to breach the wall and overrun the kingdom. The emperor was powerless to do anything about it. The hordes were greater in number, higher in sophistication, had more armament and more skills and technology than he did. But fortunately, within his empire, there was a little mathematician at the university who was an inventor and also a strategist. He had a plan. He had invented a system that would be used not only to defend, but also to defeat the foe. He introduced it to the emperor. It was implemented, and it essentially saved the day. The emperor was so grateful, he brought this little professor in, and he said, "I want to give you a reward. Name what you want." Well, the professor brought out a checkerboard. He said, "What I'd like, Your Excellency, is 1 grain of rice in the first square of the checkerboard, 2 on the second, 4 on the second, third, 8 on the next, and so on until all the squares of the checkerboard have been accounted for." Emperor said, "Surely you want more than this." Mathematician said, "No, that'll be fine." So the emperor called his Minister of Agriculture and gave him the task to fulfill the request. Well, neither the emperor nor the Minister of Agriculture understood compound growth, but the mathematician did. Soon the Minister of Agriculture realized they had a problem. Fulfilling this request would take more than all the rice in China, because each square amassed as much as it had been amassed up until that point. But it does illustrate the power of compound growth. And that's what I want to share with you today. We're in a situation, most of us, regardless of what our income, it takes every dime to live. We have nothing left over. We can't save. So the question is, what are we going to do when we hit retirement? When all of a sudden our income has dropped drastically. Even if you've got a really good corporate pension, most plans work on the assumption that when you retire, you only need 70% of your income during your working years. And that's a fallacy. If you've ever been on holiday, you know it takes much more money when you're on holiday to travel, to pay for hotels, to eat out in restaurants, and so on. And now all of a sudden you're on holiday 24 hours a day, 7 days a week in retirement, and you want to do all the things you've dreamed of doing, travel first class, stay in the finest hotels, eat in wonderful restaurants, but you can't because you're limited in finances. So come back to this checkerboard. What we want to do is set up a plan now that looks after our retirement years so we can enjoy prosperity. Just like that checkerboard, we want to see our net worth grow, our value grow, and there's a way to do it. You need 3 components. You need first capital. You need to be having a job, have some earning, have some cash flow, and hopefully have some savings. You need to have a vehicle for growth, and the vehicle for growth I want to share with you is real estate. More than 80% of the world's multimillionaires got that way through real estate. I'm not talking about a get-rich-quick scheme. I'm not talking about being a shrewd investor, and I'm not talking about taking advantage of people. I'm not talking about a no-money-down scheme. I'm not trying to sell you some kind of a seminar or anything. I want to outline to you a steady, step-by-step plan for amassing wealth. And then the third thing, illustrated by that checkerboard, is you need to have time. So we want to go ahead on this journey, on this venture. We're going to move forward into some exciting things. I want to talk to you about the power of leverage. I want to talk to you about how real estate, investment real estate, rental real estate can greatly compound your return. And then I'm going to outline to you a simple plan that, if followed, will guarantee ample wealth on retirement. But we're going to start with something called net worth. Net worth, very simply, is the difference between what you own and what you owe. If you took everything that you owned and sold it, not at replacement cost, not at acquisition cost, but at market value today, took the money and paid off all your debts, what you had left over is your net worth. Now, in some cases, it might be $1 million or $50,000. In other cases, it might be zero, or it could even be negative. But you know what? I'm not so concerned about how much it is, although it's important we know. If you're going on a journey, you need to know where you start. But I'm more concerned about where it's headed. What direction is it going? Is your net worth growing? Is it diminishing? Is it static? What's happening? So next session, we're going to take a look at calculating net worth. I'm going to give you a spreadsheet to show you how to do it. I'm going to ask you to do it. And we're going to begin on our amazing journey to wealth and prosperity through real estate. I'll look forward to talking to you again very soon.